sight. Chats are buzzing, messages fly. Crazer Cap takes us to the sky. Got the headphones, mic in hand, energy high. He's in demand, catch the vibe. No need to wait. Crazer Cap, never second rate. Captain of the streams, master of dreams, geek of all trades, or so it seems. Game or chat, night or day, Crazer Cap, he leads the way.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, the one and only Goat Geek of all trades. I am Crazer Cap. I'm a starship captain from the future that got trapped in the past when my ship was encountered a time rift. Was just out patrolling one day, encountered a time rift. I got sucked in. My ship was torn to hell. And I crash landed here in what you would refer to as the present. As the present. Sorry, I said president. Yeah. But happy Saturday, everybody. Since my ship can't be repaired, I just stay here in your timeline and I just guard it. I entertain all of you just to pass the time. You might notice a few changes here and there. After last night's stream with Raven and Zombie, I decided it was probably time for a reinstall, and I realized that some of my my OBS elements have I didn't have them properly backed up, to say the least. So, unfortunately, I had to make some changes and adjustments here and there. But the good news is, it does seem to be performing just slightly better. Hang tight. I'm just gonna pull up my own stream real quick. I want to test and see how things sound. So you might hear a little bit of an echo. I just want to make sure I'm good here. Hey, Ninja. Yep, I hear music. I hear myself. Perfect. Welcome back to the stream, my friend. Hope you're having a good weekend. I actually made a few changes. My PNG tuber avatar. I was originally using a software called PNG Tuber Maker, but I was struggling to get the virtual camera to work, so I said, screw this nonsense. I decided instead to just simply, I'm using a software now called ViadoTube Mini, spelled VeaDotube Mini, which seems to be working a bit better. So, again, I hope everyone's having a good Saturday. It's actually, where I'm at right now, it's actually snowing out. So, those of you who are into old-fashioned snowy Christmases, you're getting your wish this year. I know we're just 6 days into, I know we're only 6 days into December, but still. Today we are participating in another one of my all-time favorite games. Yep, that's right. It's Saturday. You know what that means. It's time for the Mario Tournament.
Countdown flashing bright red glow.
That's right, it's time for our weekly Super Mario 35 tournament. Oop, I forgot to hit play again. There we go. That'll fix that. For those who don't know, so Super Mario Bros. 35, a game released 5 years ago. It was a limited time event, a limited time game, and the original Nintendo servers have since been shut down. However, a small group of people enjoyed the game so much they did not want it to go the way of the dodo and just disappear forever. So they figured out how to create their own Mario 35 server that you can access with one of two ways. Either if you've got some sort of a modded Switch, which I don't recommend, or like me, playing it through an emulator. Every weekend they have tournaments, and this weekend is no exception. According to, oh goodness, let's see, oh Switch. There is a Discord for it, and the person who hosted last weekend, Zephyrs9 over on Twitch, is hosting it again. This week, season 11, week 8, he's got an interesting theme for this weekend. This weekend's theme celebrates the anniversary of Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring hitting screens. So he's pieced together some rounds in which kind of mirrors that. Round 1 is called It Mirrors Only Starlight and Moonlight. Sorry, I misread that a little bit. Round 2 is called Into the Mines. Round 3 is called Drums in the Deep. Round 4, everyone's favorite Lord of the Rings quote, is You Shall Not Pass. And round 5 is Through Fire and Water. It looks like there may also be a junior championship taking place after the regular rounds are done, called Zeffy's Classic Adventure. Personal selection focuses World 1, water, plants, athletics. So we're going to have a little bit of Lord of the Rings here tonight in our Mario, mixed in with our Mario. I would play a sound effect from my soundboard, but I have not rebuilt that yet after the reinstall from last night. So just imagine Sir Ian McKellen yelling, "You shall not pass." I'll give you a moment. Go. And welcome back. I just clipped that, by the way. I'm on YouTube and I'm not on Twitch, but I've got a clip ability in my Meld Studio OBS. Yes, I'm using Meld Studio these days. Now you guys know how I do, if you've been here long enough. Glad you found that funny, Ninja. But you guys know how I do with these Mario tournaments. I usually try to go live a little bit before the tournament actually starts. This also will kind of give me a little bit of a heads up on how things are going to go. I do have this open. Wait, did I change those? No, I did not. Crap. All right, give me 1 second. I need to make a couple of small changes here. Nope, not that one. Streaming. Stream labels. This one is supposed to be most recent. Super. Oh, that's not it. No. Most recent YouTube super chatter. Ta-da! Okay. Sorry if I'm not 100% back up and running again like I was. Just a few minor tweaks here and there. Give me a second. Most recent sub. That's monthly. Okay, I keep most recent YouTube subscriber. And hang tight. Fixing something here real quick. Most recent donator. There we go. I'll fix the rest of that here later. All right. I think I've got everything stopped. Okay, perfect. And why does it keep changing? Where did it go? Hang tight. Get change. Stick with my via YouTube. It does that every time, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with via YouTube Mini, but okay. Yeah, these are working just fine these days. So now you guys see the little miniature versions of me up top. Those are basically to block various information in case anybody from the tournament is stream sniping. So plus it's just me. Little chibi versions of me. Ain't that damn cute? Alright, so I'm gonna just pick something at random. Now I'm gonna basically start off with something called no injects, which essentially fills things up with bots based off of how other players play. They are bots, but this server has something called a recording bot or rec bot, which not only mirrors, like if it's loaded up into a game, not only will it mirror one of the players at random, but it also studies how those players generally tend to play. And it puts it into, it kind of creates another bot that uses those details down the road. So we've got like bots of other players like Joshy, Shootanim, Happy Time Harry, Savox, Psycho 103, and so on. And these bots will play exactly like those specific people. I've even taken on myself as a bot. Yes, you heard that right. You have heard that right. Once again, guys, there will be no sound effects, at least for this stream. All right, we're going to start on course 3-3. Here we go. These will be my unofficial warm-ups. Eventually here within the next little bit, we're going to see more people start to show up, ready to participate There we go. Almost was off by one brick. Whoops. There we go. Alright, we'll go to 5-2 here. There we go. Last week I actually placed top 5 twice. So the basic premise of this particular tournament is simple. You have 5 rounds, as I talked about, and every round, the top 5 people to last the longest will get points towards a leaderboard. Whoops. Anyway, as I was saying, top 5 people every round that fill this list right here will get points towards a leaderboard. With, you can kind of see my mouse moving here, so first place will get 10 points, second place gets 8, third place gets 6, fourth place gets 4, and fifth place gets 2. I actually got 5th place twice last week. So I'm like, hey, I'll take it. Now this server can do plenty more than just, you know, the standard Mario, Super Mario 35 stuff. Obviously, it's got, you know, recording bots and stuff, but it also has a slew of other features. It's got various game modes built into it, like the RTA challenge. The RTA challenge, basically, it fills the lobby with immortal bots, so get every human player to join first, by the way. The bots are, I'm sorry, I'm jumping the gun here. So, with the RTA challenge, get as many human players as possible and then activate it. You're going to get the correct level queue from 1-1 to 8-4 in order. However, the warp zones are not correct, obviously. All the bots are targeting all human players. Anyone who can make it to 8-4 and beat Bowser will get a bonus 200,000 coins in their dashboard account. Now, this dashboard account, you can use these coins to redeem like other game modes, like the Lock-A-2 Party or No Inject, which is what I've been using to generate these bots here. So it's a lot of fun. I definitely recommend checking it out. If you want to find out more, just go to smb35server.com. They'll have all the instructions that you'll need to get started. And we're going to start on 2-1 this round. some reason, I feel like I've always enjoyed World 2-1 more than others. I always like to try to get these down here. There we go. How's your weekend been, Ninja? Hopefully you're staying warm where you're at. We got plenty of snow over here if you want some. And yoink! Whoops. Damn it. I can't stand when I miss like that. Oh, now we got 5-1. This one's a good one because it's a little bit like World 3-2, where it's just like a lot of open area. Well, it's divided up a little bit more than 3-2 was. I'm gonna start handing out a little bit of let's see, I'm gonna hand out a little bit of some bullet bills here. Fun fact for those who don't play as much as some folks, in this little subworld, if you take out this set of bricks right here, you can walk in, grab those coins, and fall down. Make a quicker exit. And looks like we've got ourselves a Lockatoo level coming somewhere. Found it. Good thing I'm only targeting one right now. These Lockatoo... People love to launch these damn Lockatoo storms, and it just makes it practically impossible for me to get through it. Good, I was still only targeting one person. And whoop! Someone's in a water... No, fish bridge. Fish bridge. Aha! Just what I was waiting for. This one of my all-time favorite worlds right here. Great for building. Great for building up your time a little bit. As long as it's not just with the fire flower. Fire flower, while it's easier to take out enemies, they purposely set it up so that the time you get off of those enemies is far less. There we go. Oh, come on. Of all the levels, and apparently I'm going to get a Bowser out of this bastard. Not anymore. Oh, man. Bowsers are so dumb. As is this level. And I'm top 5 already. I keep playing like that. Really? And I was so distracted with everything else going on, I didn't think to double stomp. That sucked. Well, oh well. It was a good start. We'll watch whoever's left. So we got the bots for Happy Time Harry, we've got the bot for Joshy, and we got the bot for BKJ Valley. Click. Oh, excuse me. Happy Time Harry's been in our stream before, back when we were on Twitch. Him and Wing Cat Man. Whoop. Now in Mario 35, if you've never played it, this was actually a great way to clear out the incoming enemy queue. If you had like a bunch of crap coming you didn't want to face, and you were right next to a sub-level pipe like that, you just go down there. You just go down there, grab whatever you need, come back up, and the entire queue clears out. But that apparently Happy Time Harry's bot. Maybe we should call him Happy Bot Harry. That doesn't seem to bother him much. This, ladies and gentlemen, is what we refer to as a Lockatoo Storm, or it's usually what we refer to as a Lockatoo Storm. Oh, skin of your teeth. And then there were two. Ooh, this is going to be tough. Meanwhile, over on the dashboard, I see that Not Me, another one of the regulars around here on this server, he's just started. He just started in. Oh, yeah, that one didn't go well for Happy Bot Harry. Anyway. We're going to jump in here on, I'm just going to toss in 3-2. Oh, I just missed it. I was going to say I was going to jump in with Not Me, but... I suppose really quick, I could show you the RTA challenge for those who've never used it, seen it before. So right now I'm just kind of sitting in a queue. There's nobody else on the server. This isn't a very large group, by the way. But, like I said, get as many people in as you could possibly fit in, because the moment someone in the dashboard hits redeem for 1,500 coins on the RTA challenge, that happens. Every one of those players that just showed up is a bot. An immortal bot that's designed to not only withstand anything that you can throw at it, but survive, whether it's against enemies or against the clock. But it sends it right back at you. And of course, the point here is to get all the way from 1-1 to 8-4 and beat Bowser. Now, there are some people who have beaten this challenge. I am not one of them. There we go. What I like to do is I like to try to get as far as I possibly can. Problem is, there are certain enemies in this particular game that you really don't want to hit during an RTA challenge. Bloopers and Cheep Cheeps are two such enemies. And when you're around them, you have to fight like crazy not to use... because that's gonna happen. If you get a bunch of Cheep Cheeps and bloopers, you're not going much anywhere. And I just hit a Cheep Cheep. Piranha plants are another good one to avoid. This one I gotta avoid taking any of these Cheep Cheeps out, otherwise it's gonna be non-stop hell for the next several levels. That's why I'm gonna try and blow through this level as quickly as I can. Also, while, of course, grabbing as many of the coins as I possibly can muster. one Cheep Cheep taken out means I'm going to get a bunch of flying fish on the next several levels. But this also applies for Bowser's. So I'm going to need to find a place to clear. See, now I've got 34 Bowsers on the way. Look at that. You see that down there? Look at that mess. I'm going to have to face that right now. But I no longer have to because I just cleared the queue. There we go. We're going to go up top so I can grab more coins. The more the better at this point. These guys, perfect. This will help. Look at that. This is what I love 3-2 for. When you've got a spam full of enemies. And there you go. I gotta keep moving. Otherwise I'm gonna wind up with red timer. I have never gotten past World 4 or 5 in an RTA. Actually, I think I might have gotten to World 5, but that's about as far as I've gotten. And that's my fault. I hit the button way too early. Well, Zeph is now online. Man, even after a reinstall of my operating system, this emulator sucks. I could have just done this. Since he was the... There we go. He's going to pull up his stream. I'm sure he's got to be live by now over on Twitch. Yep, there he is. Oops. Alright, looks like he just jumped into a game. I'm gonna jump in too. Yoink! Even though I'm streaming, I definitely encourage you guys also to follow along over on Twitch with Zephyrs9, and that's Z as in zebra, EFFERS, and the number 9. He is our host for the night, so all the points and scoring details you can get from him. I'm just keeping his volume down. You might hear a little bit of me talking over him. Yeah, you can kind of hear him in the background. Well, maybe you can't. Because frickin' well, in any case. I keep forgetting that with Meld Studio I can actually arrange how the sound, like what you guys are able to hear and what you're not able to hear. So even though I can hear Zeph, you guys may not be able to. Here we go. And that was dumb. I pulled back a little bit too much. Ah. Sometimes I'll go for these hidden coin blocks just so I've got a little bit more coinage I can work with. That was right in my face. And that didn't help either. Well, that happened. I'm in Zeph's chat right now, and since he's doing a Lord of the Rings theme for tonight's tournament, I said all I can say for tonight's theme is one thing. For Toad runs into danger. Don't forget, guys, Advanced GG drink supplements and whatnot. Sorry, I'm never the best with words. I'm sorry. Like, he's trying to promote something, but he says, and whatnot. No. Advanced GG drink supplements and gummies. Go to advanced.gg. Anything that you buy on that website is 10% off with code CrazerCap. You can get drink mixes of all different flavors that keep you hydrated, keep you focused, give you energy. Sometimes even products that'll help you sleep. I highly recommend, from my favorite flavor right now is the Advanced GG Hydrate flavor for lemonade. Yep, I'm a basic bitch. Advanced.gg. You know what? Just for that, where did I put it? I swear to God. Right there. There you go. See that QR code? Pull out your phones if you're not not watching me on it right now. Pull out your phones, scan that QR code, and then anything you buy on advanced.gg is 10% off with the code CrazerCap. I'll leave that up for a while. Matter of fact, I shall even add to it. Scan me! There you go. Alright, here we go. Someone already dropped. Don't worry, there's usually a lot more people than this once the tournament actually starts. Just keep going, just keep going. And I dropped. 8-3 sucks to start on. I swear to God. 8-3 sucks to start on, I tell you. But I got second place, apparently. So, I was only beaten by not me. I'm going to throw in a 2-1 into the queue. Yes, I have actually fallen. I'm actually quite fond of the lemonade flavor for Advanced GG. Last time I got peach mango flavor. It was alright. Me, I'm good with old school lemonade. Let's see. Looks like his stream is about 7 seconds behind mine. From what I see of it. Take advantage of that invincibility. I got one of the two. There we go. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome to all of you who are just joining in this evening. My name is Crazer Cap, Starship Captain, who from the future, who ran into a time warp, got sucked into it, and crash landed in the past. I cannot repair my ship, so therefore I stay behind to guard the timeline and entertain all of you in the process. One's in a water world, that's for sure. Right in the blooper face. Now, how many of you can say that you've played a Mario level that had... You know what? Fuck it. I was out of time anyway. There was no way I was going to get enough time out of all that. I want to do 7-3. Ugh. Anyway, yes, as I was saying before, welcome to those who are just joining in. Again, my name is Crazy Cap, Starship Captain from the future, who crash landed in the past after encountering a time vortex. I'm unable to fix my ship, so I can't return to my own time. So I just stay here and guard the timeline and entertain all of you. Tonight we're getting ready to take part in another weekly Mario 35 tournament on the Super Mario Bros. 35 Continued Interest server. You can check out more details on that server, smb35server.com. Tonight's host is over on Twitch. Zephyrs9 on Twitch is our host this week. We are doing a Lord of the Rings theme for the anniversary of Fellowship of the Ring being released in theaters. Almost makes me want to go and watch it after the tournament is over. But we'll see. Excuse me. He's throwing in 1-1. I'm throwing in 7-3. Someone threw in my other most hated level, 5-4. What? I jumped quickly enough. I was watching Zeph and I hear him go, "I love elevators," and he fell down the elevator shaft by complete accident. Whoops, I probably should have spectated whoever was left. Looks like we have Need No Mics and Psycho 103 is left. I've got Zeph's stream pulled up, so yeah. We would have gotten 5-1 after that. So he's spectating Need No Mics. He's still on 5-1. He's in that little underground cave gathering all the coins, and now he's going back up. Bullet Bill passes by, up the staircase, and onto the flag. Now we're into 5-3, and he's just kind of blazing through it. Took out both those Goombas. Here's the little mini elevator next to the two trees and the power-up. He got hit by a Bullet Bill, so he's grabbing the power-up. Grabbing the 4 coins up top. Past the big gap with the 2 side-scrolling elevator platforms. Up the stairwell and to the flag. Now we're in 2-4. But because of the last level, we've got a bunch of red Koopa Troopas and Koopa Paratroopas. There we go. Random Bowser someone sent from another game. He just got hit, so he's using that to his advantage. 2-4 is clear. Now we're into 2-3, which is what, well, I originally said 7-3, but Cheeps are flying everywhere. He's already at the very tail end of the level. He just basically blew through it. And now he's off to 2-1. Apparently we were doing the Two Worlds Collide level cube, which is worlds 2 and 5. Oh, easy. And that's the end of that. Looks like Psycho 103 won that one. Alright, what are we doing? Joshy is live. Throw in 7-3 again. He'll probably activate another. Yes, for those who are just joining in, if you're realizing, yes, this is Mario 35, you're probably wondering, what the heck? How is that possible? Well, somebody created their own server. You can find out more about that, smb35server.com. It's called the Super Mario Bros. 35 Continued Interest Server. Named aptly because if you tried to get into the Super Mario 35 server after the servers were shut down, it gives you an error that says that the servers were shut down and ends with "thank you for your continued interest." So they called it the Continued Interest Server. There's only two ways that you can play on this server right now, either through a modded switch, which I don't recommend unless you've already done it, or, like me, through an emulator. There's instructions on how to do it over on the website, smb35server.com. That's right. But this server does more than just the original. There's all kinds of different features about it. We'll cover that later on. Someone threw in Lockatoos. Jerk. Yeah, knock somebody out. I knocked two people out. Get the hell out of here. It's not as bad on, well, unless they stack like that. I can finish this round off with the star. I didn't want to take out Bowser with a star anyway. You barely get any time off the guy. Really? Another lock level? Someone out... We got some people out there being dicks. crap. Damn, just go, 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 go. I don't know how the hell I just did that. I have never been able to do that before. Add a little more time. Whew. Hup. Ah, crud, I just... I gotta rebuild that up a little bit. But I'm starting to run a little bit on time. Ah, I missed my jump. No, I was in third. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, darn it. I'm not going to make the same mistake as last time, so... All right. And now we're back to 6-1. Oh, looks like we got our winner, Joshy, once again. Yep. All right. Alright, so I'm just listening in on, this is going to be our last warm-up round before the tournament actually starts. We usually try to make sure it starts, it's like everybody gets on around 8, or a little before, and then 8:30-ish is when the tournament actually starts. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. We got a lot of snow over here in the Midwest. See, we got more people joining in. We had 8 people last round, now we got 12. Dark Star's in. Joshy, what's up? Crack the Web. Zeph. All right. Here we go. Someone's being a real dick. Damn it, right where I was standing. Nope. And I'm dead. We're going to spectate a little bit here. Sorry, I was listening to what Zephyrs was saying. We got EW-O-Matic. Who is currently moving to 5-2. Looks like we're doing worlds 5 and 6. Oof. Oh, he stopped short. Oh, that one was way too close. He got up and close. He got real up close and personal with that cheap. There we go. Now they're back over on 6-2. Got Dark Star over here. Good Lord. You boys good? Sorry, I heard a big thud and I turned behind me and the dogs were leaving the room. Hang tight, I'm gonna step away for a second. Alright, sorry about all that. Ooh, that was a... So anyways, as we were... Found out my fiance... The thought I heard was my fiance had... fiance had some... Well, that's one way of doing it. He had a great setup. He could have kept getting more time in perpetuitum, but... Not sure why you would waste the... Oh, well. Let's check on somebody else here. We got Not Me and Joshy. Joshy seems like he's got a little bit more going on, so let's check him out right now. As I was saying earlier, this is what we refer to as a Lockatoo storm. It's basically when you've got a shit ton of Lockatoos on the screen that's basically tossing Spinies. Now he can take at least one hit. And there it was. Alright. So that round we had Not Me in first place, Joshy in second, Watsu third, EW-O-Matic fourth, and FF Saga fifth. And official warm-ups are done. Excuse me. Hang tight here. I'm going to mute you guys for a second. Sorry, I'm still here. I'm just checking on something real quick. All right, sorry. Okay, so we're just waiting on the first round to begin. And don't forget, folks, the first round is called It Mirrors Only Starlight and Moonlight. We've got 3-2, 3-1, 3-3, 6-2, 3-2, 6-1, 6-3, 3-2, 3-1, 3-3, 6-2, 3-2, 6-1. I mean, but I'll tell you what. Let me do it this way. I will post it in the chat. Ta-da! There's There. Apparently there's only so much you can put into a YouTube channel. It mirrors only starlight and moonlight. There you go. I'm just going to call it starlight and moonlight for short. We should be... And yes, I know. It's... There we go. So, whenever there's a specific level cube, you can choose whatever level you want. It's not going to give it to you. It's going to give you the specific level cube that the host is utilizing. We've got 13 people now. Here we go. I don't know if y'all actually even heard that. Damn it, I didn't get my crouch jump. There we go. Sounds like our host has already dropped. Oh, heads up, heads up. Let's grab all this coinage. Oops, mixed a couple. twice I almost made a huge mistake. There we go. Now. Cleared. There we go. Got it right this time. Good deal. I just need to freaking go. Crap. Yeah, I was doomed from the start on that. Hang tight here. I'm going to make one adjustment. you guys should be able to hear it if I go like this. Wait, did it not play? Oh. Because I'm not... Let me play that again just to be safe. I want to make sure the levels are good. That's perfect. All right, perfect. Perfect. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. All right. Nyuk, nyuk, nyuk. Oh look, 6-3. The level I hate so much. I'm glad there's nobody of the younger generation watching this right now, because otherwise hearing him... Well, no, hearing... Well, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. Well, actually, it's a little late to even comment on it. I would say I'm just going to not say anything. Zeph had mentioned the numbers 6 and 7 back to back. So I was about to say, hey... Glad nobody could hear that. Honestly, this whole 6-7 thing that the kids have been doing lately, kind of silly, if you ask me at least. The whole 6-7. I know, I'm a little bit older. I'm old-fashioned. I come from the era where my generation's hand sign was to take both hands and cross them in a DX crotch chop and tell people to suck it. That's my era, right? Check out somebody else. We haven't seen anybody drop in a while. We got Not Me over on 6-1. Yo. All right. There he goes. Excuse me. Oh, that was crappy. Yeah, the fact that there were that 6-2 that 6-1 was in the mix. Oof. I honestly don't know how on earth some people can get that many coins. Look at it. Well, I forgot. You guys can't see it. Right now, he's got 751 coins. Not me has that many coins. There's no way in hell he's running out anytime soon. I played Super Mario since I was a child. I've never, for this game in particular, I'd never be able to do that. I know it's not pro wrestling, but I am not all elite. Oh, for a second I almost thought that we were getting a comm error. Somebody's got to drop here. We're on red timer, so... He's just going from one lock to another. Oh my goodness. See, I've never been able to survive a Lockatoo storm. Like, I'm just not that good. Say, if he had timed that just right, he could have gotten to the top level of Lockatoos. Look at this, look at this. I could never do that. Now this is how some of these guys go from having less than 100 to well over 3 in no time at all. Yep, you're going to have to blow through it as quick as you can with that star. Now there's 3-2 again. Oh gosh, yeah. Well, that's one way of doing it. Well, that was bad timing for a star from the roulette. And we're down to 4, by the way. Y'all can't see it. The chat in the way, but we are down to 4 players. Finally. We got the one on my shoulder, one right above my head, and the 2 at the very top. Speaking of, we got EW-O-Matic and we got Watsu. Let's watch Watsu for a bit. He's on 3-2. Oh, and now we're down to 3. Well, I mean, in a Lakitu storm, if you can figure out how to safely navigate it, especially on that top. See, Watsu's doing the same thing. Now's your chance, Watsu. Haul ass. Now that you've got a star, use it. We are down to 3. 3 players remaining. Yes, sir. That's what we're waiting on. Normally, most hosts don't actually put in any Lakitu levels because of this crap. But Zephyr's did. Look at that. If I could learn how to do that without too much trouble, bet your happy ass I would do that every single time. I was gonna say, I saw that rainbow flash slowing down on Mario there. So it's like, I wouldn't be stopping if I were you. And then there were two. Both players, I can tell, are getting low on their time. And Watsu is on 6-3. I would not be able to beat 6-3 with a Lakitu Storm. I guarantee you that. Wait, Joshy didn't make it? Oh shit. Joshy didn't make it. Oh boy. Yoink. Oh gosh. I know you guys are probably getting sick of that repetitive music over and over again. I wish I could silence the music in game, but I can't. This game doesn't give that option. Surf. Holy cow, Watts is almost out of coins. And down he goes. He's gonna go down. He's got enough time on his clock at the moment to grab some of that coinage. Now he's got enough for 2 roulettes left. Now 1. Wouldn't go there. You will easily lose if you go up on the vine at this point. There we go. Whew, that was a barn burner. Oh boy. Game, set, and match, says Zephyrs. Alright, so we have Not Me in first place, Watsu in second, EW-O-Matic in third, Joshi in fourth, and Darkstar in fifth. The 5 of them are going to get points towards the leaderboard. Sixth place was FF Saga 2. I came in 7th. FF Saga Primary in 8th. Psycho 103 in 9th. Arcade Gamer in 10th. Need No Mics 11th. And Zeph, our host, came in 12th. God, that one went like... We started at what, 45 minutes after? So holy cow, that one went at least a half an hour for the... God damn! Whew! Man, gotta love a good Barn Burner Mario tournament. This one's gonna be interesting, I will admit. Okay. I'm readjusting a couple of things as I go here. Yes, that is a giant YouTube logo. Sounds like we're going to start the next round here at 22. There we go. There we go. Whew. Things are starting to look a little bit more like normal. We're going at, I think he said 22 after, so a few more minutes. For those of you celebrating Christmas, I hope you all have your trees put up by now. Sadly, we don't in our home yet. One of these days we're going to get it up. Sorry. Anytime it lags like that, just FYI, it's because I have clicked outside of the window. Seems the pups in my home are about to go outside and play in the snow. Some of them were outside in the snow for quite a while earlier. trails, Hans. I see my pups, they're outside. Off we go. Don't you worry. We're going to be getting round 2 started here real quick. We've got about 25 seconds before this one gets started. Here we go.
Let's get things started. Gundam fight all set. Ready? Go!
Let's get ready to rumble!
Don't ask me why I'm so interested in making sure I've grabbed every coin. I just feel like it. There we go. Oh no! Someone's shooting off bullet bills in a cave? Hi, I see you come back inside. Where's your brother? We're going to 7-3 next. Ooh, I jumped at the wrong time. Caught a cheap in the face. It always feels like the Cheep Cheeps in 7-3 are much more vicious. Or at least it feels like they're more aggressive. All right. 6 left, including myself. If I can just outlast one more person, I finally have points on the board. That was stupid. Oh, if I'd have held on a few more seconds. Oh no. I was going to say, one of the other players reported a comm error. But it looks like it wasn't just, it was this, localized just to him, so. If I'd have held on a few more seconds, I'd have points on the board right now. Damn. Okay. Still occasionally seeing people's screens freezing up a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it's a full-blown comm error. We got Need No Mics over here on 1-2. Ugh. Getting notifications here. Oh, it actually made it in the playoffs. So if I lose this one, I'm out. Shit. I gotta be careful. Sorry, I'm talking about my fantasy football. I've actually done pretty decent this year. Playing with some old high school friends of mine. So here we got EW Romantic. Close to the end of the football season. A few more weeks, college football will be done. Can you believe that? The best. Oh, there you go. There we go. All right. And then there were two. We have EW Romantic. And we've got Joshi. Let's keep an eye on Joshi here for a minute. going to go to 1-3, so right back to the beginning. Oh, no! No, Joshy! He botched a jump and bit the big one. So EW-O-Matic is in first place this round. Joshy in second. Need No Mike's third. Darkstar fourth. And Not Me in fifth. The five of them, as always, are going to get points towards the leaderboard. Up, and then I came in sixth place like an idiot. I should have held on a little bit longer. Zeph came in seventh. Psycho 103 in eighth. Arcade Gamer in ninth. Watsu in 10th. And FF Saga 2 in 11th. Oh, goodness gracious. Whew. At least I'm staying hydrated with my advanced GG. Old-fashioned lemonade. While we're waiting for that next round, there have been quite a few guests announced for local conventions in my area. Those of you who visited my channels and before know that I do tend to try to attend all kinds of different conventions. I'm in the Midwest, specifically in Iowa, so we've got a bunch of guests already for Des Moines Con. Des Moines Con, we've got ourselves a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles reunion because we've got all four turtles and from the 80s TMNT and April O'Neil. So Townsend Coleman, who played Michelangelo. We got Rob Paulson, who is Raphael. Barry Gordon, who is Donatello, and Cam Clark, yep, Liquid Snake himself will be there. He played Donatello. Renee Jacobs, who was April O'Neil, of course. We've got, I don't know who Tyra Labine is. Looks like he's been in a few shows and movies and such that I've never seen. Same with Summer Glau, but I've heard of her. Sean Maher. Looks like he's played Nightwing before. Jewel State. S-T-A-I-T-E. I hope I pronounced that right. And then, of course, Alan Tudyk is coming, who he was a bunch of different Disney characters, including from the first Wreck-It Ralph. He was King Candy. I'm excited for Cam Clark, though, being a Metal Gear Solid fan. Absolutely. We got a bunch of guests already for Des Moines, for GalaxyCon Des Moines. Whoops. I actually just announced some guests for GalaxyCon Des Moines in the last day or two. For example here, so we've got Tyler Hoechlin, He played Superman. David Howard Thornton. Looks like he's some sort of horror. Brandon Rogers. Here's a couple that stand out. Steve Whitmire, one of the previous voices for some of the Muppets, including everyone's favorite, "I will Kermit the Frog here." And this one was just announced in the last day or two. James Marsters is coming. He's been to cons in this area before. Obviously, he was Spike in Buffy, but he was also, for Dragon Ball fans, he was Zamasu in Dragon Ball Super, the Supreme Kai in training that decided to go rogue. So yeah, that's going to be exciting. A couple of years ago, I met the guy who was the voice of Lord Beerus. I got my picture taken with him, and an autograph from him that just simply reads, Hakai. I actually have my fair share of celebrity autographs. I've got at least 3 Star Trek: The Next Generation cast members. Specifically, Brent Spiner, who played Data, Marina Sirtis, who played Deanna Troi, and John Delancey, who played Q. I've also got, I've mentioned the voice of Lord Beerus. I got Steve Bloom's autograph. I've got a few different autographs from the legendary Canadian comedian Red Green. He used to do a stand-up comedy tour in the States, and some friends of mine and I used to go all the time. We'd meet him afterwards. Very, very nice to meet. Very easygoing. Trying to think what else. I've got autographs from voice actors like Alexis Tipton. I've met and got autographs from Ernie Hudson of the Ghostbusters. Is this just gonna repeat itself over and over? Whoops. Didn't quite make it all the way underneath. Didn't miss it this time. Perfect. Looks like Zeph's out. I heard him on his stream. Looks like he fell into a lava pit in one of the castles. Oh, heads up. I'm not getting anywhere on time with this. Alright. I need to get my time built up a little bit here. Maybe I should not go straight back to 1-2. I should go to 2-4 or something. Built me up just ever so slightly. Yoink! There we go. Perfect. Oh no! Crap, I might actually have to go the long way. Oops. Slid right off the pipe. Okay. Come on, I just need 3 people. Got it. I'll take it. All right. I thought my goose was cooked there for a second. There we go. The bank is getting built up pretty good, though. Good Lord, everybody except one person is targeting me. Going up. Man, we're all except for one person, we're all just trying to gun for each other. Ah! Screwed up my slide. I'm running out of time. I don't think Crazer's gonna make it through this one very well. Or maybe he will. I'm done. Damn. That timer is what will get you every time. But I leveled up in the process, so. Say my name, Super Mario here. What's going on, buddy? Welcome to the stream and our weekly tournament on the Super Mario 35 Continued Interest server. Yes, that's right. Hope you're having a good weekend. I am not the host this week, but I am spectating over on Twitch, the person who is the host. That would be Zephyrs9. He has a Lord of the Rings themed tournament this week in honor of the anniversary of the Fellowship of the Rings. I don't remember if he said it was 24th or 25th anniversary being in theaters. We are on round 3 of 5. Next round, of course, is going to be entitled everyone's favorite quote from the movie. The ever iconic, "You shall not pass." This one is called Drums in the Deep. Pretty much various underground and castle levels. I held on and took 8th in this round, so the timer is what got me. Now we're down to 3. Oh, there we go. Let's see who else we got here. We got Watsu and Joshi. Let's spectate Watsu here. The level queue that's being used here, I've been jumping between 1-2 and 4-2 primarily, but whenever I was running low on time, I would switch it up. Somebody else just dropped. We're down to 2. Joshi and Watsu. Joshi's actually one of the best guys on this server. Pretty good chance he will wind up placing most of the time, but it's not about who's better than who. These tournaments are usually all about fun. All skill levels are welcome. Would have been a nice idea if I'd have thought of it. If I went up top on that. Take out some of the enemies on top and then all the enemies down below. A lot of piranha plants popping up here. And again, for those just joining in, this is not the original servers, of course. This is a server that was set up by a small group of people that when the original servers went down, they didn't want this game to kind of go away, so they created their own. And the only two ways you can access this server is if you're either on a software modded Switch, which I don't recommend, or like I've been doing, I play on an emulator. So that's the end of round 3. We have Watsu in first place, Joshy in second. Excuse me. Not Me in third, FF Saga 2 in fourth, and Need No Mike's fifth. The 5 of them are going to get points towards the leaderboard. Top 5 people every round get points for the leaderboard. 6th place was EWOmatic. Darkstar came in 7th. I came in 8th. Our host with the most, Zeph, came in 9th. Arcade Gamer in 10th. And we can always ignore our good friend the Rec Bot at the bottom because it's just a bot. Alright, so our next round is going to be, as I mentioned before, it is entitled You Shall Not Pass. And for those wondering what that level queue is going to be, I will post it in the chat. There you go. Sorry, every time I click away from my emulator, it tends to bog down a little bit. So, that is the level queue that we are going to get for You Shall Not Pass in round 4. And we're going again in about 3 minutes. Going in about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes or so, according to Zeph. That's 7 minutes after. Hope everyone's having a good weekend. Got a lot of snow over where I'm at, so plenty of white crap on the ground out there. If you've never been here, I'll introduce myself properly. I am Crazercap, the GOAT geek of all trades. I'm a starship captain who from the future who encountered a time vortex, was sucked into it, and in the process of being transported back in time, my ship was torn to pieces. And while technology here is quite advanced, it's nowhere near where it should be in order for my ship to be repaired. So I've taken it upon myself to guard the timeline and stay here with all of you, entertaining you in the process with these streams. It is a pleasure to meet you all. No matter where you are watching from. Excuse me. Joshy's asking about standing. It looks like Joshy's actually in first, so not surprising. And it is go time. The way this works is the host has a dashboard that he uses. It's smb35server.com/dashboard. You can see all kinds of different things, including a shoutbox chat area, a list of current games that are going on, and a wide variety of different options, including the secret shop, which gives you all kinds of different things that you can use to mess with the game, like injecting bots, injecting enemies, starting various level queues, things like that. Whenever they start their own personal level queue, whatever you choose makes no difference when it comes to the level. Their level queue will overwrite everything.
Let's get things started. Gundam fight all set. Ready? Go!
Let's get ready to rumble!
Here we go. First elimination at 11 was the wreck bot. Anytime a game has more than enough people, any bots that would have been loaded up are immediately kicked out. No, I missed that one. Damn it. Oh well, I'm not the end of the world. Yikes. All right, let's go. Alright, I need to be careful with this because it was my last roulette. Hammer Bowser. And there goes my only... Ah! I literally hit... Oh, that's bullcrap. Oh, I pushed right to go into the pipe, but the Hammer Brother was just a split second faster than me. Ah, I was the first one out that round. That sucks. Now I'll admit I'm not the best Mario player in the world. I get by. There's certainly a heck of a lot more people on this server that are better than I am. And I've come to accept that fact. There may be times that by some freak accident I place higher than them, but that doesn't mean I'm better, so. Alright, so we got Joshy that we're spectating. He took second last round. Josh is the guy I mentioned before, who's actually quite decent. There we go. Let's see who else we got here. We got Need No Mics. We spectated him round or two back. He's currently in 1-2. Not a whole lot of enemies being sent his way. Looks like he's focusing more on collecting coins, which may not be a bad idea. Everybody's got their own playstyle. Alright. He's moving on to 4-2. Let's see who else we got here. Haven't really spectated FF Saga 2 here. Let's see what they're up to. They're in 4-2 taking the high route. Let's see what road they go. Alright, looks like he's going back up another round here up top. We're down to 7. That must have been Zeph we just lost, because I just heard him in his stream a few seconds later going, ah! Let's watch what's a little bit here. I keep forgetting that that star's there, considering I, like a lot of people, don't really go this far into 4-2 99% of the time. There's the red timer. Alright. See how what's to handle 7-4 here. Oh, and we got a Hammer Bowser, or had a Hammer Bowser. Keep in mind, we've got one more round after this one, and then that's it. I know he's going to be doing a junior championship right afterwards, but I'm not going to stick around for that. I've been streaming for over 3 hours. Let's see, where is he going to go now? Back to 4-2. Very similar in that retrospect between the last round and this one. You can just go between 1-2 and 4 and 2-4. I'm sorry, 1-2 and 4-2. Excuse me. Yep, there's a power up there. I still remember that power up, I just can't remember what the star was, so. We're gonna go 8-4 now. If you're gonna get in an 8-4, now's the time. That was poor timing. Luckily, he still has 618 coins, 598 now. This is where I biffed it. Tried to get into the tried to get into the drain pipe at the end, and Hammer Bro beat me to it. We're down to 5. People are starting to run out of time. is doing here. 7 seconds. Yeah, he's done. Unfortunately, that's gonna disappear like that for save off. Now we're over to Not Me, who's. So this is a tactic some people use on this server, where they, like in 4-4 or 7-4, where you have to go a certain path, otherwise it just repeats over and over. They'll go the wrong way on purpose, especially when they have a lot of enemies that they've got to clear out. So they'll go the wrong way on purpose and then just pick up as much time as they possibly can, as best as they can. He's managing so far, but that clock is moving awful quick. He's got to stay on top of it if he wants to stay alive. Ooh, that was a great time for the stomp on that one. Fire Flower ain't gonna get you much in terms of building up a time when it's moving that fast. We're down to 3. He's down to 302 coins now. Y'all see that? I've seen that happen before. Where Bowser, like, even if you're way below him, like, sometimes his fire breath will go all the way down to where you are. Which I don't think that's fair. Like a lot of these guys are, it looks like these guys are all on 4-4. Yep, they're all on 4-4 doing the same strat. Watsu's up here. We got 142 coins left. He's got a very similar amount of time on the clock right now. Joshy's also on 4-4. Same strat. Just waiting for that Buzzy Beetle to come through. I'm using a Koopa Shell to get rid of the rest. Joshy's got way more time than either of the other guys. He's still half hovering at around the maximum 400. Hey, Joshy, best be careful. Oh. Joshy took third in that one. So now we've got Not Me and Watsu. Still taking that 4-4 strat. Hammers flying everywhere on this one, folks. Oh boy. Okay. Looks like Not Me picked up a fire flower out of the item roulette. And there you have it. So Not Me came in first place this time. Watsu came in second. Joshy in third. Sabok fourth. EW-O-Matic was in fifth. 5 of them are going to get points towards the leaderboard. FF Saga 2 came in 6th, Need No Mike 7th. Our host with the most, Zeph, came in 8th, Darkstar 9th, and I was the first one out at 10th place. And we've got one round left. This last round is called Through Fire and Water. Level Q. Hopefully will fit into my chat. There we go. They had streamer awards tonight. That's news. Here I am streaming. They're sitting there going, "Oh, let's find out which of us won. Oh, we're not doing shit," and I'm actually streaming. Alright, last round of the night. You know what that means.
Let's get things started. Gundam fight all set. Ready? Go!
Let's get ready to rumble!
Here we go. There we go. All right. Oh. Like some people took the same route I did. That doesn't help me at all. Nor does that. That helps me some. I would feel much more comfortable in this particular level if I had a fire flower. God dang it. Hows do not help me. Darn it. We're in the top 5. Don't worry, I'm not going to end until after this round is actually over. I'm not just going to stop streaming just because I lost the tournament. You guys deserve to see who finishes it off. Ooh. Let's check in on everybody else here. So we got Savox over here. He's currently on 7-3. He's packing some actual heat with an actual fire flower. There we go. Excuse me. See who else we got here. We got EW-O-Matic. fire bar to the face. This time EW is going up top. Moving on to the next part of the level. And just enough star power left to take out a Bowser. There we go. Oof. Yikes. Let's come over here to not me. He's going on to 8-4. Great timing for the star on that one. Yeesh. Alright, back to 1-2 for not me. Grab them coins. Go. Let's check out Dark Star, who's over on course 2-3 right now. Ooh. Double a Bowser, huh? Off we go to World 2-2. do have red timer, so this should be coming to an end here before too terribly long. We are down to 3. Yeesh. Darkstar can't seem to hold a power up for very long. We're on to 7-3. Ooh, that was quick. He was quick on his feet for that. Very precarious here. Darkstar's guaranteed points at this stage, but how many points he'll get is what's on the line. He could get no less than 6 if he takes 3rd. Tanks to hit. Goes to the X's. I feel like if Darkstar played an MMO, he'd probably play a tank character instead of a DPS healer. Because he's just grabbing these power-ups and he's just tanking these hits. Well, we're getting close to the end. Darkstar's running out of time on that clock. I'm pretty sure he's done, guys. Yep, there you go. Red timer, that clock speeds up. So we have Not Me and we have Watsu. Right now, Watsu looks better on time than Not Me does. I don't think he's gonna make it. Nope. So, in first place, we have Watsu. Then we have Not Me, Darkstar, EW-O-Matic, and Savox. They are your top 5 for your final round. Then we had Joshi, myself, Need No Mics, excuse me, and our host with the most, Zeph, coming in last. Okay. So with that, all right, sorry about all that. Just got to get things back here. But that was the tournament, and I know I didn't make it onto the scoreboard this week. There's some weeks I do, some weeks I don't. Not a big deal. Like I said, it's all about fun. It's not necessarily for. It's not really for competition, like who's better than who. It's more just for fun. And somebody just liked one of my really, really old posts. Back when I was doing more sketch art. What the hell? Sorry, I was looking at a clip. Anyway. Oh, but it's been a stream and a half. All right, well, I need to. I need to get ready to go to bed here shortly. It is getting late. I do appreciate those of you who stopped by and checked out my channel. Here's to hoping that you guys will stop by again. Sorry, I've got ADD and I get distracted easily. I was looking at another video that was playing on my screen here. But anyway, guys, thank you all again. I'm pretty sure my usual my end card is not set yet, so I'm gonna go anyway. Well, you guys know what I'm talking about at least. Have yourselves a great evening. We'll see you guys next time. Crazer out.